Where?
Daniel Clayton Knox Jr., better known as Bud, born 5, 18, and 31, on the farm, in the farmhouse, right where Beatrice's house is at.
Okay.
Closer to the road now, but right there.
So how much of that land was the family land?
A little over 200 acres. Can I tell you the history on that?
Sure.
Papa's mother died in 1921. She died in 21, and the Simpson boys got killed in 22, down there at the cotton house at the road. But my granddaddy inherited that strip of the land. When Dad and my mother was living together, we lived on the farm, and then we moved over here, but we worked the farm. We all worked together. Papa had his cotton and corn. My dad had his, and Henry had his, but we all worked together. We worked through all the fields.
And where did they take it to market?
We ginned our cotton right down there next to where the grill is. That was a Jones gin. Got an old 2-horse wagon that we used to haul the cotton a bale at a time to the gin. The mules drove it, pulled the wagon, and carried it to the gin, 1 bale at a time. Put 1,200 pounds of lint cotton to make a 500-pound bale of cotton. Papa said it ain't a bale of cotton if it ain't 500 pounds.
So to paint a picture for people who never grew up in that time, this was all dirt roads, this was horses?
Didn't see no horses.
They were
Mule and wagon.
Oh, okay, so
Mule
not
and
even a
wagon.
horse.
Might have seen a buggy once in a while, but that was high-class folks had them buggies. Had 37 freight passenger train.
Oh.
It'd stop at every crossing.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
Gainesville and
pick up passenger.
Who do you think built that cabin?
I don't know who built it, but I can tell you this. They bought it from the Harringtons.
Okay.
What year, I can't tell you. I don't know. When I moved down there when I was about 10 and I was small, I played all over that house in bad weather.
Yeah.
And it's got logs this big, this skin logs, no bark, about this big, for floor joist for the log part of that house. And it's notched out and set on, flattened out on the log, set on rock pillars. And it's high enough that I could crawl all under it. You can go down there and walk around that house, and where that log part's at, the ground is that much higher there than it is out in the front yard. The erosion is terrible.
Oh.
You can tell it's been there a long time.
Oh, yeah. It's older than 1818?
Yes.
You were 10 years old when you moved there?
I think that's about right, yes.
Who lived there when you lived there?
My granddad and my grandmother, my Uncle Henry, my Aunt Beatrice.
To set the setting, what did people do from day to day? Was it all farming, 100%?
Yeah. When I got in from school, I changed my clothes and went to the field, if it was summertime. And on Saturdays, my Aunt Beatrice had that was a cleaning day in the house. Had them old feather ticks, you know what I'm talking about? We'd turn them over and look for chinks, Never did find many, but we'd look. Swept the yards with a brush broom, and if we found a sprig of grass, got the hoe and dug it up.
You didn't want grass then,
No.
did you?
It was slick as the driveway out there. When I got about 11, I guess, we had 2 milk cows. I'd get the cows in the barn, in the stalls. I'd milk one, my grandma would milk one. Then we'd bring the milk to the house. And by the way, we didn't get power till 1946. We had an outhouse. When we got power, we had a bathroom, got to put a pump in the well, had to draw the water up to the limb. Took a bath in the wash tub, heated water on the stove.
Well, so where else did he take the crops to sell?
We didn't do no truck farming. We had a garden that we ate out of, but we didn't sell nothing.
Didn't sell it, only the cotton.
Well, most everybody lived off of what they grew.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
We had hog, we killed hogs.
Yeah.
Had the milk cows, had chickens.
But you never had like extra milk to sell to your neighbors?
Well, that's what I was saying a while ago. My Aunt Sarah lived up there behind the school, you know, right next to the old gym. Remember where the old gym was at?
Yeah, yeah.
Right next to that, right there, that house right there. And Mom and I, we sold them milk and butter. And let me tell you, when I was about 12, I had a Shetland pony running the pasture with the cows. I got where I could whistle for him, and he'd come running. I'd give him a little sugar. Man, they loved that. And I'd whistle, he'd be way back in the wood. I'd whistle real loud. Boy, you hear he'd come.
What was his name?
Prince.
Prince.
Then he died. I don't know what happened to him, but he died. And when I was 14, I got a Cushman motor scooter to ride everywhere.
So what kind of restaurants or cafes or whatever was around?
Bowles had a store right there next to where the old bank used to be, right on the corner. Where the shoe store was, Parsons Shoe Store. The bank was on the corner. Bowles was next, and then Parsons. And then eventually, Bowles got out of business, and Parsons put the shoe store in there.
Okay.
And McDaniels owned that.
I remember the shoe store. I don't remember Bowles.
Yeah. Douglas Fortson was their cook.
Atlanta was growing at the time, right? Did people go there?
Moderately, yes. My grandma Knox used to go to Atlanta once a year. She'd catch the train, ride down, get off down at the terminal, old terminal station, walk down to Rich's and Davison's and buy some of that real hard black dark chocolate, hard chocolate candy. Boy, that was a treat. Once a year. Oh, you mean after I got out? Oh yeah, I'd go down on Sunday morning and visit. And Papa'd want to go up by Max. I'd carry him up there. He'd want to go somewhere, but he wouldn't stay 10 minutes. He's ready to go. When I moved down there, about 40, 41, Henry had to put his old car in that shed, car shed right there. Okay, and I never thought about it. But right by the side of it, there was an old junk of a car set there. It was a 490 Chevrolet that belonged to great-granddaddy, Papa's daddy. And Henry used to drive him around in that old car. But I never did, it was all to pieces when I seen it. I could see the wheels, old wooden wheels, you know. But it never dawned on me what it was till later years.
How long after you got married did the family sell it, the place?
Well, Papa sold across the road 135 to 50 acres, I don't know exactly what, in 1958 or 59. And you know what he asked me? He said, brother, what do you think about that? That man offered me $500 an acre for that land. What do you think? I said, Papa, I don't think they'll be worth any more. And that was a lot of money.
It was. It was.
And he divided that money among his children. He didn't keep any.